Ooh, that.
What's up, everybody? This is Alex Kelly back here with another episode of the Furloughed Film Talks podcast with my brother Ryan.
What's up, everybody?
We are back here Monday on the YouTube live stream. You can check it out every Monday, Thursday for our Tuesday, Friday episode. We got a jammed-packed episode worth of reviews today. Check out our Instagram at Furloughed Film Talks and our Twitter at Furloughed Film. Let us know how we're doing. We'd love to have some input from y'all and tell 3 of your friends. But today we are going to review the last episode of WandaVision, the series finale. That's the name of the episode, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
So we will talk about all things WandaVision, the mid-credit scene and post-credit scene, and where we think the MCU is going from here. And then we will review a movie that we saw Saturday, Minari, directed by Lee Isaac Chung, I think is his last name. An amazing movie starring Steve Yeun. It won a couple of awards over the weekend at the Critics' Choice Awards. So yeah, Lee Isaac Chung. So directed by him, written by him as well, put out by A24. So we will talk about that at the end of the episode. But first, Ryan, we got to get into something that has shocked the entertainment world.
Okay.
Shocked it like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle from Suits. For some reason, HBO Max and Warner Brothers can't figure out how to fucking release a movie. And in yet another show of incompetency on the entire WB brand. I don't even know it's a
company.
Yes. I am, of course, talking about what, Ryan?
The Snyder Cut getting released under Tom and Jerry on HBO Max today.
Not even just like getting like leaked, which like that would have been foreseen because they're inviting people to like press screeners and stuff. Like,
right, like that
could have seen that.
Generally happens.
Yeah, like that's a normal thing to have happen. It's not normal to have a new 4-hour R-rated movie put under the Tom and Jerry title on your streaming service.
Yeah, that's weird.
No, it's
so how the fuck did this happen? Like, because Tom and Jerry has been out for well over a week now, right?
Yeah.
So how, like, all of a sudden did someone, I guess they tried to upload the Snyder Cut and just accidentally put it under Tom and Jerry, and then like somehow put it live, like
somehow it got put under Tom and Jerry, and then somehow it went live, and then somehow like some fucking babysitter was putting Tom and Jerry on for the kiddos to keep them quiet for a couple of hours, and then walked in and it was like Batman walking out and it said directed by Zack Snyder, and people were just like, what? Like, what?
Yeah. And it was up for 2 hours. Like, you think someone would have been immediately on Twitter like, hey, you just shocked the shit out of my 4-year-old.
Yeah, I think
they're expecting to see a shitty Tom and Jerry movie, but
I don't know, like, but yeah, and like there's like actual screen grabs of people like watching it and like having it up on their TV under Tom, like pausing it, and then like it says Tom and Jerry. Like, I don't get how this happens, like, at all. Like, it has to have been they were uploading it just to get ready, and it was supposed to be like not live, only a couple people could see it, and then it like somebody hit a wrong button and it was live for everybody, and somebody's getting fired.
I doubt anyone gets fired. But it's pretty fucking dumb.
It's really bad. It's a really, really bad look.
Has this happened before where like something's gotten uploaded under the wrong title?
Not that I can think of.
Really? Has stuff's been like released early though, right? Like,
yeah, I mean stuff has been like released on a streaming service,
but not leaked, but like accidentally like gone live like well before it was supposed to.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if that's happened before, but like nothing in this instance where it's a movie that everybody's been looking forward to. And then not only was it just like, because I think it wouldn't be as bad if it was like, oh, they released it under, I don't know, Batman versus Superman. Like all of a sudden somehow this got like changed to Justice League.
Right.
Like somehow that got mixed up. But for it to be Tom and Jerry, a kid's movie, got mixed up with like an R-rated movie. This is a lot like if you were in a movie theater and they mixed up the trailers before the movie, and all of a sudden you're like thinking you're going to see the trailers before The Incredibles, and then all of a sudden like Chucky comes on. Like,
yeah,
something messed up like that.
You've seen Fight Club, right?
Yeah.
You know the scene where like he splices in the porn scene into the kids movie.
Yes. Yeah.
So like for a fraction of a second, you see some dude's like huge dick.
Yes.
And
like definitely. Oh my god, it's been a while since I've seen that.
It's such a good movie. Yeah.
I don't understand.
It'd be funny if it was some like Josh Whedon fanboy who was like, you know what, fuck you, Warner Brothers, for bringing Zack back to like do the Snyder cut. The Justice League was just fine.
And that's like the biggest problem with this is like there is still an undercurrent within like the WB executive team that like I feel like didn't want this movie to be coming out anyways, and like would just rather like this part of the DCEU be like swept under the rug,
forgotten about.
Yeah, like completely just ignored. And now it's like they're being forced to like have this movie be out there. So it's almost like they're fucking it up in the wildest ways possible, and it doesn't feel like it's not on purpose. Like it'd be kind of crazy to do this on purpose, but like Warner Brothers has been incompetent and ridiculous and unprofessional, so it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. But
right.
I just to like taint it a little bit, I would not be putting it past anybody at Warner Brothers to do something like this.
Yeah, I mean, but it would have to be like it's probably not that. It's most likely a mistake.
I know, but
because like you know, you would have to have like at least two people in on it. You'd have to have like the executive who wanted to do that. Then you have to have like the IT guy who be like, yeah, okay, I guess I'll go along with it.
I'll go do this for HBO Max, sure.
Yeah, it's got to be a mistake.
I don't know, dude. It's just it's so ridiculous. Like and that's I think that's the biggest problem. The fact that we could even see them like potentially doing it purposely is insane.
Well, not like we're not saying Warner Brothers would do it intentionally, but with like some rogue employee.
I'm
the same way that like a rogue Twitter employee.
I'm saying like some executive up high who like is unhappy or like didn't want to do this in the first place. I can see somebody like that doing it for sure. That's my point.
Maybe. I don't know.
They shut down a whole investigation into the like allegations against Joss Whedon and all that. So like
yeah, but if you get like caught doing it, aren't you like automatically fired? Like I
not
think
if you're high enough up. I'm talking about like Toby Emmerich or like Jeff Johns or somebody like that. Like somebody like that is
how could you possibly high enough up to like purposely release a movie under a kid's title on HBO Max
to make it to like embarrass it, to make it look bad. That's what it's done. Like it's made it look really, really bad, and it looks like they're incompetent, and it looks like the whole team behind this is incompetent.
Well, I don't know.
Want to talk about another Warner Brothers property that's coming under fire?
Sure.
Space Jam: A New Legacy. You hear about this one, Ryan?
Is this Lolo Rabbit?
No. We could talk
Lola
about that.
Bunny, whatever the fuck her name is.
I think it's Lola Bunny. No, Pepe Le Pew.
Oh, I did hear about this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Will not be appearing in Space Jam.
Yeah. So I don't know how I feel about this.
Okay, so I'm pulling it up. Made after the outlet learned that scene. Pepe was set to appear in a black and white Casablanca-like Rick's Cafe sequence. Pepe, playing a bartender, starts hitting on a woman at the bar played by Santo. He begins kissing her arm, which she pulls back, then slamming Pepe into the chair next to hers. She then pours her drink on Pepe, and I love Pepe, that's such a funny name, and slaps him hard, sending him spinning in a stool, which is then stopped by LeBron James's hand. James and Bugs Bunny are looking for Lola, and Pepe knows her whereabouts. Pepe then tells the guys that Penelope Cat has filed a restraining order against him. James makes a remark in the script that Pepe can't grab other tunes without their consent. So that's like the only scene that he was supposed to be in, and it kind of feels like...
And they cut it?
Yeah. There's some rapey undertones there.
I mean, there's
which always, like Pepe was always kind
of
like...
He's always been like that kind of like over the top.
Yeah.
It's a fucking cartoon though, for fuck's sake. Like
I just loved like somebody on Twitter was like, they pulled up the box score from the first Space Jam. Yeah. It was like, Pepe had 2 points. He's a scrub. Like, we don't need him. So.
Oh, yeah, it'd be interesting to see, like, rewatch the scenes he was in from the original Space Jam and, like, see how bad that is in today's context.
I just remember.
I don't remember anything egregious enough that, like, we have to cancel Pepe Le Pew.
I don't think we're canceling Pepe Le Pew.
He just got canceled. He literally, if this isn't the definition of getting canceled, he got scrubbed from this movie, and then Warner Brothers came out and said that they have no plans to put him in any other in any of their other material at all. Like if that's not canceling a character, I don't know what is.
Well, okay. A spokesperson for Santo revealed the deadline that the actress was upset about the cut scene. This was such a big deal for Gracie to be in this movie. Even though Pepe is a cartoon character, if anyone was going to slap a sexual harasser like him, Gracie wished it would have been her. Now the scene is cut, and she doesn't have that power to influence the world through younger generations who will be watching Space Jam 2. To let younger girls and younger boys know that Pepe's behavior is unacceptable.
Who's this character again?
That's some actress. She used to be in Jane the Virgin. And I don't know if like this is her only scene in the movie or like if she's
like an actual character.
The only two movies that she has been in is a movie called Wild Card and this movie. So
okay, is she the main? Well,
no, she's not a main character at all.
No. I'm saying was she the main character in
Jane the Virgin?
Yeah. No. Okay.
No, the only scene that I can remember from the first Space Jam with Pepe Le Pew is when he does something. I think he like rips ass and then he puts like a clothespin over his nose and he's like, oh, and like runs away. Like, and it causes all of the Monstars to fall. Like that's all I remember from Pepe Le Pew. From the
first I remember another scene. I'm pretty sure like he had some advances on Lola Bunny.
He's like a objectively kind of fucked up character.
Oh yeah, I mean, but it's funny. Like I thought so. Someone like mentioned this in one of my group chats, and I was like, "Why the fuck are they canceling Pepe Le Pew?" And they were like, they said that it advanced a like stereotype of French people, and I was like, okay, I can see that. I mean, the dude's name is literally Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew,
and
like speaks in a very, very
like accents in English, and he like perpetrates a stereotype of like French people being very like lovey-dovey and shit like that and romantic. So I was like, okay, I could see them making that argument, but even that, like, that's not enough to cancel the character.
Yeah, I mean,
and then like he comes back.
And I'm watching
like,
this like right-wing blogs are mad because I said Pepe Le Pew added to rape culture. Let's see, and it's a 45-second clip that I'm now watching. And one, he kisses a girl stranger repeatedly without consent and against her will. Two, she struggles mightily to get away from him, but he won't release her. Three, he locks a door to prevent her from escaping.
Yeah, I mean, like, but then again, it's a fucking cartoon. Like, right? Like, there's going to be ridiculous sequences in this movie where like, that's someone's going to have a like anvil drop on their goddamn head. Is that going to advance like, you know, violence?
Equate the two, but like, I think there was an opportunity to like pull this character in a different way, where it's like get away from like the real rapey vibe that this character's had for a really long time, and just go towards like the stinky part, I guess.
Well, what is this whole sequence from that you're talking about? Is this some like random cartoon he was in?
The one that I just referenced? Yeah, from like what looks like the 50s or 60s. Like,
oh yeah, okay, shocking. He was like,
but that's the point.